Dr. Machino, cancer runs in my family, and I was wondering if there's something that I could take now to prevent me from getting cancer later on down the road.
You know, the evidence is very strong that most cancers stem from faulty dietary and lifestyle patterns, not from genetic inheritance. In fact, in a recent study in Pharmacology Research in 2008, you see documented evidence there that 90 to 95% of cancer is actually caused by faulty dietary, lifestyle, and environmental factors, that only 5 to 10% of cancers are due to heredity. So even when cancer runs into a family, very often it's like you sort of inherited a gene that makes you vulnerable. It's like the loaded gun that you carry around with you. But it's often environmental factors and stress and faulty dietary behaviors that actually pull the trigger. So if you can keep those things positive, you can suppress those genes from ever expressing themselves. That seems to be what we're starting to learn. So people who come from families where there's a strong family history of cancer need to be really vigilant using anti-cancer preventive strategies, the ones I'm going to outline right now. So the scientific evidence best supports the following things. With respect to diet, there are 10 things I want you to know. Number one, avoid high-fat meat and dairy products, and also deep-fried foods, and be careful with too many pastries and rich desserts, because those kinds of fats create an environment in the body that encourages cancer to develop, and also it acts like fertilizer to encourage those cancer cells to grow if they get any traction at all. So you want to try to minimize that. Strategy number two, you want to increase fruit and vegetables, 5 to 7 servings a day. Some studies show that may reduce your risk by up to 50%. And make sure one of the vegetables is a cruciferous vegetable: broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, bok choy, turnips. That's strategy number three, because those vegetables contain these special ingredients like the indole-3 carbinol and sulforaphanes that have tremendous anti-cancer properties. Step number four, limit your alcohol intake to 3 drinks a week or less. After cigarette smoking, alcohol consumption is the second leading cause of cancer if you look at all environmental causes. A lot of people don't realize that. Step number five, keep your fasting blood sugar below 5 millimoles per liter, which is also 90 milligrams per deciliter. To do that, you need lower glycemic foods. Watch the starches and the really sweet things. Keep that blood sugar down, because that helps to prevent cancer. And number six, eat legumes every day, either peas or beans or soybeans, because they have great anti-cancer properties. And so do tomato products, which is step 7. Try to have a tomato product at least 3 to 4 times a week. Tomatoes contain lycopene, or carotene, that has amazing anti-cancer properties. Step number 8, 4 ounces of pomegranate juice daily, especially to reduce risk of breast and prostate cancer, it seems. Step number 9, get enough fiber in your diet, especially from whole grains, that help to reduce the risk of, which is the second leading cause of cancer death. And step number 10 is 2 heaping tablespoons a day of ground flaxseed into a shake, into a juice, and sprinkled onto some cereal. Amazing anti-cancer properties of ground flaxseed. Now, there's some other dietary and lifestyle factors that are important here as well, like don't smoke, avoid other carcinogens like nitrates that you would find in certain foods. Don't eat smoked food or smoked fish, smoked meats and so on, because they contain benzopyrene. At least try to minimize your intake of those things. Same with charred foods and things like pan-fried meats. They contain heterocyclic amines that also produce, that are mutagens. They cause genetic damage to your cells that can lead to cancer. Be careful you don't live in a home where there's radon gas. Be aware of secondhand smoke around you and some other obvious things. But also endurance exercise, 4 to 6 times a week for 30 to 45 minutes, helps you stay leaner. That'll reduce your cancer risk, and also helps to detoxify carcinogens more effectively. People who exercise more so tend to have less cancer if they do it in a moderate way like this. Finally, there are 4 supplements that I really think everyone should take. A high-potency multiple vitamin is the first one, with the exact dosages that I have on the screen, so boosted levels of antioxidants and B vitamins, extra calcium, extra vitamin D, bioflavonoids, carotenes. These things work synergistically to help protect your cells and maximize your defense. The second supplement is an essential fatty acid supplement that's a combination of flaxseed oil with borage seed oil with fish oil. Those 3 together help the body make hormones that reduce inflammation and slow down the rate of cell division. When you slow down the rate at which cells divide, you reduce the likelihood that cancer will develop. That's why I also take